Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. I am so happy and grateful to have you. I want to start off by wishing everybody a wonderful, loving, hopeful holiday. And I want to talk a little bit about belief. I'm sporting my beautiful Bigfoot earrings along with my Bigfoot shirt because this is the time to believe, right? We create through our beliefs, and it's a magical time of year. Let's make it magical. So, for those of you just joining, what I do is I channel from the collective and then I read what I've been channeled. Then I listen to some music and Spirit gives me more information from the music. And then we go into the cards and just see what they have to say. So, the message for the collective today was a time of celebration is upon us, a time of hope for the happiness of the future. Take this time to reflect on who you are and how you can be of service to those around you. Be of service to all in need. Be the love that you are. Our love to you all. So that's kind of nice. It's always nice. All right, let's see what the music has for us. Usually I do things in a certain order, and I usually don't light my love candle right away. And I had a very difficult time trying to light it. They wanted me to light it, and I had a tough time trying to light it. And I eventually had to change candles. Everything that happens before or during a reading is part of the reading. And that to me is saying that there are people out there right now having a hard time trying to find the hope, trying to find the light. That's why I wasn't able to light the candle. They're having a hard time keeping focused, they're saying, keeping focused on that. They had me change the candle. Make a change, make some kind of a change. Even if you just clean out a drawer that needs to be cleaned out, that makes room for things. It creates a space. And I know it's kind of weird to look at it that way, but that's really what happens. When you remove something, it creates a space for something else to come in. What comes in is up to you. Either you're going to be happy and joyful and fill that space with happiness and joy, or you could go the other way. Take a look at yourself and see what it is that you are not, I don't want to say happy with, but that you are not comfortable with, a part of you that maybe you don't really like. We all have those parts. It's no big deal. Just try to make a change. Just try to make a change in it. So just create a little space so that you can look at things from a different direction. We can put in a new candle that's changing things up. All right, let's listen to the music. The song that's playing right now is from Boston, one of my absolute favorite bands. And this song is called Long Time. And it has been a long time. It's been a long time of this feeling of ugliness that's kind of swept over the country and over the world, really. They're showing me right now, because I'm looking at my Spotify, and they're showing me right now that this song started not even in the middle of the song, it started towards the end of the song. And they're telling me that's what's happening. That's how far we've come. It's here. It's coming. It's been a long time, but it's right there. It's that far away. They're bringing me to the drums, and it's building and building and building. Time doesn't wait for me. Get there, catch up, help move it along by going to service for others, by helping someone, or just putting the thoughts of love out to somebody else. They're saying they're recognizing that it's been very difficult and very hard for you to look beyond your own pain. There are people in far worse places for most of us. For those who are not, who are in a place that's far worse, sending you all my love. This is a journey that meets with a lot of success on the other side. They're also saying relax. They're giving me the different feeling of taking my time. It's more about relaxing right now. Slow and steady. They're showing me the turtle and the rabbit on the race. They're showing me a commercial right now, and it's about going to different parts of the world. It's about discovering different cultures. What we need to discover, because a lot of us, I'm not a person who likes to really travel. I really like to stay in my safe zone, so to speak. Um, but for those of you who don't travel, we don't get to experience those different cultures. So everything that we see here is strange to us. It's not something that we've seen, like the different people and different things that they do, their beauty of their culture, right? Get to know the people. Don't be afraid to get to know these people that are different from you. It's really fun to meet people. I met 5 new people at the grocery store yesterday. My mom always laughs at me because because I talk to everybody. And it's really nice because they remember you. And then when you go back, it's like, hey, how you doing? Did you get to visit your friends while you're doing your shopping? That's how we should be with each other, live with each other like that. Find the joy in other people. It's amazing. It's amazing what's out there. They reminded me of the magic. I always believe in the magic. I believe in Bigfoot. This is a time to believe. This is a time to believe that we can manifest these things, manifest the world that we want. That beauty, that love, the peace. I always remember my doctor's office when I was a kid had this Bible book in it, and you opened it up, and when it showed heaven, it showed people with laying down next to lions and interacting with the animals and just a beautiful space around them. That is implanted in my head as to the world that I want. Do I think I'm going to be able to totally create that world right now? No, but you know something? I'm going to get it started. It's like the sourdough bread thing that you pass along to your friends. You cooks know what I'm talking about. I'm not into that. So, I mean, yeah, I like to bake and cook, but I'm not into that whole thing, passing it to somebody else because I feel like I'm putting a burden on someone. Um, I just saw something that said we came to play. And that's a reminder, right? We came to play. That's why we came here. Enjoy the trip. The commercial right now about Disney. We came to play. That's what it says. And look what they just popped up. Ring in the midnight magic. I love the way spirit works. All right, let's see what we have on the air now. Marshall Crenshaw just came on. Marshall Crenshaw is really reminds me of my first husband, and he was something else, let me tell you. This song is called Marianne. So, to my good friend Marianne, this one's for you. I really am a girl who loves drums. I don't know what it is about the drums, but I think it's because they regulate things. Whether or not you're going quickly or slowing down, it kind of regulates like that. I'm thinking of you. Whoever this is sending thoughts of love to you. They keep showing me Elvis Costello. Now, Marshall Crenshaw and Elvis Costello really don't look that much alike. Um, Actually, in this picture, he looks more like John Lennon. But Elvis Costello, like they keep showing me that. I kept trying to, be like, what's this? And they kept pushing it back. So the name Elvis or Elvis, the performer, or Costello, something about Costello. Somehow that's something that you should recognize. And remember, there's more than one Marianne out there too. So it might fit in for somebody else. It could be Marion that's coming through also saying, trying to get somebody else's attention. Everything happens all at once, all over the place, everywhere, all at once. I mean, it's hard to explain that feeling, but that's how they're able to cross message, is my point. They really want me to explain how things work, at least for me. I'm not, this has kind of been an ongoing feeling I've had. And here comes Elvis Costello. This is Peace, Love, and Understanding by Elvis Costello. The elephants, they're showing me the elephants, and I've been seeing elephants, and elephants are lucky, and elephants are a herd, and elephants stick together. Elephants mourn the loss of people around them. They're a real connected community, and that's what we need to become. The trumpet, they keep giving me signals about something's going to happen, and we're going to know, okay, this is it. This is the shift. And this song again, Peace, Love, and Understanding. What's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? That's really kind of the question, though, right? These other people don't want peace, love, and understanding. Yet they're causing creation, these chaotic creations, this chaotic. It goes inside you. Do you know what I mean? That chaos, you can feel it inside you. Push that stuff out. My spirit is so downhearted sometimes. Where are the strong? Who are the trusted? How's that for a question? Where's the harmony? This is coming about. This is what they're bringing to us, more harmony. And it's, again, that part of it's not going to happen overnight because it's going to take time for people. People are, once they discover what they've really been pushing for, they're going to be hurting and ashamed, and they're going to wonder how they were brought to that point. Just love them back into the herd, they're saying. Love them back into, he's showing me the trunk wrapping and pulling everyone in. Thank you so much. That was cool. I love elephants. And frogs. Forever rely on God. Frog. Frogs are my thing too. My son had this made, or he saw this from a girl who used the new copy machines, the new printing machines, the 3D printers. And you put it together yourself. She created the parts and put it together. And I love both those aspects. Elvis Costello definitely had his own style, as they all do, right? All of these people that go out there and create like this, um, they're all grasping the amount of people that they're supposed to be grasping. They're getting their attention. And it's time for the cards. They're bringing me to my Gilded Tarot Royale. And here comes Billy Joel. Bottle of red, bottle of white. That's not the name of the song, but that's the first line, I think. A bottle of white, a bottle of red. I was close. This song is actually called Scenes from an Italian Restaurant. And that's pretty telling too, right? Because that's what we're living in. It's just a picture show. Just play a part. How do you want to come off? Do you want to come off as the hero, or you want to come off as the person that hid? And there's no shame in that. That's a high survival instinct. It depends upon your appetite, other words. But what they're actually saying is it depends on what you want. Anytime you want, anytime you want, you can create what you want. Okay, they're reminding me that I didn't put on my camera. So, okay. They must be planning on starting to throw something because there's a lot of energy here today. It almost feels like I'm having a conversation at somebody's Christmas party, like a work Christmas party, where you have to be all polite and hang around with people you don't really want to hang around with. That's just me, though. I'm a homebody. There's a reunion that somebody's going to be going to, and what are you saying about that? Yeah, it's really going to be a time to reminisce. Something could be coming out of this. This could be become a special relationship in one way or another. Yeah, somebody from your teen years, my romantic teenage nights, maybe an old flame. Look at, we have the magician upside down. The magician upside down is like misusing your powers. It's like using your powers for evil. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, yeah, I'm going to make this a better world and using those powers. This is about you've got the gifts and you're not using them, or this could be about you're using them the wrong way. It's usually a card of manipulation. I'm sorry, just trying to, there we go. Sorry about that. Let's flip over more cards. We'll have a better idea where this is going. We have the Page of Wands reversed. I've been getting a lot of kids in these cards, so many kids in the cards. The future, I don't know what they're representing, but there's something they want to say that I don't normally say. That's why they're having me go to the book here. Let's see. The time has come too to not survive. I mean, let me rephrase that. To not just survive. The time is really coming for us to live the life, be who you are supposed to be. The Page of Wands reversed. Information will soon be there. That's what they're saying. Eyes of blue, hair red and fair. Information will soon be there. So there's something. We're very close. Look at the next two words, right? Young boy, young girl. Young boy, girl, or child is actually what it says. Okay. I just heard in the song Kissing Eddie Goodbye, and it's about these kids that grew up and came together. It's about these kids that teenage years that came and got together and they moved in together and got married and disillusionment that can go along with it. But again, create your own reality. It's all in how you perceive it. And if you don't like what you're perceiving, make it better. This is the King of Swords. The King of Swords to me always represents, I shouldn't say always, but they most often than not represent to me somebody who is cruel, somebody who is not a good person. Again, they're bringing me to the book. It's an indication of injustice, unfairness, and adamant decisions. So the card before that was the Page with the news coming in. And this is talking again about indication of injustice. To me, this is really saying that, and I'm going to say this for entertainment purposes only because lately things have been taking on a political tilt here. But this is a cruel man. This is news coming in about the manipulations of that cruel man, right? This is a card about manipulation when it's upside down. And this could pertain also to your home life, your work life. I mean, it hits you, it's hitting different people in different ways. But they were definitely talking about the bigger picture here. This is the past position. And this is walking away. We're done walking away. We're done walking away. Or this could also be indicating that you've been on your spiritual journey for a while because it's in the past position. And we have. Again, that goes back to what was said earlier. The full moon could be something around the full moon. The new moon is this coming Friday. So the full moon would be two weeks from Friday. Lots of cards upside down. And that doesn't really mean anything, having lots of cards upside down. But this is the Knight of Pentacles. All right. The Knight of Pentacles, when he's this way, I mean, this one is actually moving, but the normal Knight of Pentacles is standing still in the original tarot. The Knight of Pentacles is standing still. He's not moving. There is no movement. This is movement happening. The movement is coming on slow, and we're getting help from all sorts of different places. I'm having a hard time with my fingers with this thing. You know what I mean? It's hard to tell by looking at it where you are. But anyway, there are there's help coming in. See, he's chattering away. This one's not hearing it because, it's a squirrel and he's got his helmet on. Wow, guys, this is a long way around. But what they're saying is there's chatter, okay? So they're talking, spirit is telling you, you're not hearing. We're helping, you're not hearing, or we're not listening. Pay attention to those weird things, those weird feelings that you get. Look at where they came from. If something happens and you think it's a sign, check out what that sign might be. I mean, you can look up all sorts of signs on Google, but this is help arising. Like I said, though, this is normally in a position. Normally the position is standing still. The knight is standing still, the horse. Upside down is movement starting to happen. And also they're telling me in the background, there's been movement in the background, and they're wanting me to take a card off the top of the deck to clarify this with. And it's with judgment. But it's reversed, right? It's the reverse of judgment. What's get them moving is what we had said earlier about I had to look it up again because they want me to read it to you. Indication of injustice, right? We talked about an indication of injustice down here. So again, that's what's getting things moving. That's what's getting people to start moving, starting to activate. And that ripples through everything, every part of our society, and it ripples into our lives. It's about making things bigger. Rocking the boat is not necessarily a bad thing. This is strange how they have me set that up like that. We'll have to get to that in a minute. This is the near future position right here. This is like usually 3 to 6 months, something like that, but it could be a year and a half. It's kind of hard to tell with time. I've had it happen as soon as the next day. Let's see what we have. Oh, look at that sun coming through. The first thing I saw was that sun coming through with a buck here. I've got to tell you, we have deer tracks all over our yard, and one of them is so huge. I would love to see who left that footprint behind in our yard. But again, they're drawing me to all the animals, the peace. Find the peace in the world around you, and there is going to be peace in the world around us. But the Two of Wands. Again, they brought me to the book. You're going to make it look like I don't know how to read cards, I'm telling you. But this is something that I wouldn't normally look at. But what they brought me to was goals attained in work, success, courage now brings happiness. And also the choices in your hands. The choices in your hands. That's a big, beautiful world. And that's what we're here to create. And it's getting started. There's something else I'm missing. What is that? Sign of achievement in business and plans. That's what's coming. What we've worked for, what we want. That's what's coming. I love these cards. This is a position in how you see yourself and where you are. Oh, wonderful. You have hope. There's lots of hope going on here. And I'm going to put her down because she doesn't have a top on. And I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube. Now, this card here normally represents, especially when there's a card here that's a major arcana or any major arcana is actually in the spread, that I look at this place as how they're looking at you, what they're that particular spot represents how they see you from the other side, how they're seeing your progress. But it can also be the people around you. And this is the Nine of Pentacles upside down. Now, the Nine of Pentacles upside down is a money card, right? It's about needing help with finances, asking advice about the finances. They're actually telling me to lift the deck here and pull from the middle. And that is what I'm doing. And what we have is the Ten of Pentacles. We've got 9, 10, we're advancing. But this card here is about advancing towards all the good stuff, right? A safe environment, feeling secure, having all the money that you need, being able to share it with others, taking care of others because it's generational. You're taking care of people that you don't even know yet when you create generational wealth. If you put something in a trust, that goes down and down and down. That gets spread all the way down through the family. You can care enough about the people that haven't come yet that you don't even know. And there are people around you who are hurting. This is time to change that. You don't know those people either. What difference does it make? Treat them like you would the children of your future. Because if you don't, your children might not have that great of a future. We don't know what could come. It feels good, but we don't know how long it's going to take to get there. Let's just say that. We have the Seven of Pentacles. I'm sorry. This is in the hopes and fears column and position. And I'm going to tell you, this card kind of makes me not nervous, but that's what we're feeling, right? It's at the hopes and fears positions. We're hoping that the things that we have planted, the ideas we have planted, the thoughts we have planted accumulate to something good, but we're also afraid that maybe the thoughts that we've planted weren't always very nice and that it might create something bad. So we're both hopeful and fearful about what's coming. This card here is in the outcome position, and it's the Five of Wands reversed. Now they're bringing me right to this poem because I want to get this right. Five of Wands reversed. New vibrations of peace and love. Feel well blessed from up above, from heaven above. I'm sorry, not even up above, heaven above. That's what that is. Isn't that what we want? New vibrations from heaven above? That's what I want. Oh, I normally choose three cards here. They just flipped over. I usually get three extra cards. They just flipped over three cards for me. All right, let's see what they are. We have first is the Two of Pentacles. This is about having the broad shoulders to take on what's coming. This is about that. Now, look, it looks like he's leaving rough waters. He's going into easier waters. The rainbow is unity, unity and balance. That's what's coming. The unity and the balance. The next card they have is the Nine of Swords. Now, the Nine of Swords is a card about worry, right? It's about what you're thinking, the things that you're creating in your head. Don't do that. I learned this from Minnow Pond. On the regular row of tarot, it shows two people fighting, sword, having a duel with swords. And he always says that's you can be the windshield or you can be the bug. So I guess what they're saying, well, I know what they're saying, or I'm interpreting what they're saying as it all depends on how you look at it. It all depends upon your perception of things. And the last card that they gave us is the King reverse, the King of Swords, right? We had it this way, the swords, the cruel man, the cruelty. It doesn't necessarily mean it's about one particular individual, but this is the fall, they're saying. This is the fall of that cruelty. This is the fall of it. We're better than this. And we know it. It's just that we forgot that we have any power, and we have all sorts of power. And the biggest power that we have is the power to love. If nothing else, if you can do nothing else, the power of love is your gift. It's your weapon to wield. And they're showing me the weapon again, and the fact that I had been given the word weapon in particular, and they're saying that weapon can be for good. It doesn't have to be a bad weapon. It doesn't have to be a sword. It's the love. They're showing me the strength card. It's the love. It always comes back to the love. I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday. Take care, everybody. Love you.